3, 2, 1. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Conversing with Chris and Misa podcast. Today is, what's today, Thursday? Today's Thursday, March 19th. We did a podcast episode yesterday, so I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know what today is, but today we're back with another episode for you guys. Today we are joined by our good friend Tanya. Say what's up, Tanya.
What's Gucci?
Of course, again, we're also joined by Milena. Say what's up, Milena.
Yo.
And then also back again on the pod is Mr. Misa. What it do, what it do? How's everyone been doing? How's the coronavirus treating everyone? Everyone's good, I see. Tanya, I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't actually hung out with you in like a few years, actually. How's life been going? Well, actually, not even a few years. You were at the house one time, like a while back.
So in like 2017.
Dude, everybody that Chris interviews, he hasn't seen in fucking years. This guy's been quarantined for like the past 10 years.
Yeah, that's how long it's been.
So go ahead and say what's up, Tanya. Introduce yourself to the pod. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about how you met Milena over here.
Hey guys, what's up? I had met Milena when we were working at Kenneth Cole. I think she had just gotten hired as an assistant manager.
Highway. That was at the outlet shops, right?
Yeah, she was my boss.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about that real fast. How was she as a boss?
You should know, Chris. You live with her, bro.
Are you serious?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, Lord. I'll ask that question. How is she as a boss?
She's very bossy, to be honest. She was more serious and just wanting to get shit done all the time, which I think is why I got along with her.
Yeah, definitely.
She would give me like the morning shift just because she'd just get me to get shit done.
So when did you guys become friends? When did it go from like, damn, that boss?
Oh, let me tell you that story. That's actually a really good story. One day she had me go in like at 7, 8 in the morning on
Early
a cold freaking day.
That's fucked up. I'd quit right there and then.
I like Tanya as an associate because I could depend on her to get shit done. I would tell her, look, we got this and this we got to get done. Can you do this? And I could always count on her. And that to me is something that matters, like as a manager, when you try to get shit done, people you can count on, you know? So we go in early as fuck.
And then she had me do like shipments. So I'm doing shipments. She's working in the office. And then all of a sudden she comes out like a mason jar of like chocolate milk. She's like, sniff this. And I'm like, okay.
I would
like,
have sniffed it.
At this point, we weren't as close at, not that we weren't, like we were.
Not at a personal level.
Yeah,
like we would
no.
talk about like work stuff. And
Were you forced to like have to smell it just because she's your boss?
well,
Did
I
you
felt
have,
like it,
doubts?
like,
no.
like, I don't know you, dude, you know, but I'll smell it.
She goes, you know what? I don't know who you are, but give me that jar. I'm going to smell the shit out of it. I'll let you know what it smells like.
I'm a good associate. I had to.
She probably thought she was going to get a raise or something.
I was probably more aggressive about it than I needed to be because that's just my personality.
Yeah, I was like minding my own business, folding shirts. And she's like, smell this? And I smell it. It smells like straight Bailey. I'm like, it smells like Bailey.
Like Bailey's? The
Like
alcohol?
Bailey's, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I'm like, okay.
I was like, who's Bailey? How do you know what she smells like?
Shit's about to get lit.
Not at all.
So, guys, just so you know, Tanya is actually one of Lena's friends. I've previously hung out with her before. We actually took a trip to Houston that we're going to get into a little bit later. So she's a friend of mine, too. She might be somebody new to all you guys. I know Misa. This is his first time meeting her. So we want he introduced himself to her as Church. And then, Tanya, I believe you had a question for him, right?
Why do they call you Church?
Why do people want to know all the time, man? It's like,
They want to know your
well, this is what happened.
So how'd you get the nickname Church? Playing period football, man. I had a coach, what was his name? Coach No 10. He was actually a coach at Franklin High School as well. But one day he's like, what's your name, son? And I was like, Misa. He's like, Misa? Like, Church? Church is chicken? I'm gonna call you church's chicken from now on, and it just went to church, and from then on, it's still church, man, and people.
So yeah, that's the story of how. Well, and that comes from Church himself. That's his story of why people call him Church. And also, guys, that audio is from episode number 13 that you can find on the Spotify app or the Anchor app. Make sure to give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe. Make sure to check us out. Anyways, before we get deep into this podcast, I do want to do the celebratory cracking opening of the beer. Our friend Tanya is in a situation where she cannot enjoy alcoholic beverages, which we will get into that later on. But yeah, any thoughts on the podcast so far, Tanya? What do you think? How are you feeling about it? Give us, what's the vibe that you're feeling right now?
Oh yeah, I really enjoy it. Honestly, with everything going on right now, it feels like I'm in the group and I'm at home, you know. But I'm chilling here with you guys at the garage, listening to you guys talk.
Hey, people don't know we're in the garage. They think we're in a badass studio, guys.
I apologize. We're at the studio, kicking it, chilling.
The way I like to say is we're in an undisclosed location with plenty of sports memorabilia and
At
posters
the man cave.
in a random sort of warehouse type environment with the ATV next to us. Along
But
with
it's not a garage.
with chainsaws, a refrigerator, a TV, a stereo from the 90s. I mean, it's a great vibe.
But no fucking restroom, Doug. No restroom. Jesus.
Sorry. Report us if you want.
We're on the 27th floor, by the way. We have to go shit outside.
Okay, so I know we mentioned how you guys kind of met working at Kenneth Cole at the Outlet Mall. Well, what was the rest of the story? She said she smelled whatever you made her smell because you like.
I was awkward and weird.
Yeah, and you like forced her to do that. That's not very good. And then what happened?
And then she was like, well, what's Bailey's? Isn't that like a creamer? And I was like, no, dude, that's alcohol.
And I was all wasted by then.
See, the worst
She had just done it.
Tanya was like, wrong one. Tanya was like,
No way! Yeah. Hey, G.
still getting used to the soundboard, guys. Bear with us. Okay, go on.
No, it was just I didn't know it was alcohol. This was for Jamie's birthday party, or no. This was for a Christmas party at our friend Chris's house, and he sent little things home, and so he sent hot chocolate, the Baileys, and I thought it was creamer. Like, I didn't know it was alcoholic.
That's probably the best mistake you've ever done in your life.
It was awful. I mean, I told her you can keep it. Like, I'm not gonna tell nobody, but like.
After that, she became my favorite boss. She's like, chug it. It's like, bet.
I was like,
Oh my God, there goes another one. Bet. A bet. Jesus.
Okay, so for anybody,
So, yes.
hold on, real fast. Misa is like an old soul. He was born in the 1950s, so he doesn't like any of the slang like lit or bet or swag or drip or anything like that.
Understand it.
Drip. When the fuck do people use
Actually, I
drip?
don't fuck with drip.
Okay, give me a sentence to where you would use the word drip.
That drip
Like,
is.
well, yeah. Hold on, go ahead, say it. Let it will do it for you.
No,
Go
I
ahead,
was gonna
go.
throw in a whole other made up word.
Oh,
that
okay, hold
well,
on.
I mean, that drip is fly as fuck.
There
Your
you go.
outfit is nice.
But why drip? I don't get it. How do you?
Language is fluid, man. You can use any words you want to describe it. I mean, you knew
It's
what
your
I
drip.
meant.
It's
Jesus.
whatever's dripping from you.
So look, if it's not
your
in the
outfit, you
dictionary,
knows.
come on.
It's in the dictionary.
Yeah, but
It's in
not
the
not
Urban
to be used
Dictionary.
for that.
That's what I'm saying. Language is fluid.
You guys-
you mix
you guys need to go
Spanish
back to
and English,
school.
like, nah.
Nah.
Lord God bless.
So anyway, yeah. So Misa's the old man of the podcast. So anytime we use anything relative to modern culture and slang, he's going to be the one to push back on it. Just a heads up. So, Lena, what did you think of Tanya?
Oh, well, I mean, as an
Tanya's staring at
associ-
you straight
I
in the
know,
eyes,
huh?
like, what are you gonna say now?
Yeet.
That's why I'm not looking at her. As an associate, I loved her just because she was hardworking, and she was always really positive, upbeat. That's something that you can't like turn away. I definitely think as a person that just was the exact same. She's an overall great person. So when I first met her, though, I remember thinking like this girl's probably like when we became closer and we became friends, I thought if something were to ever go down and I needed somebody to like jump in with me, like I know Tanya's going to be that person.
To get rid of Creamer.
I was good at that.
To get drunk at a Kenneth Cole in the morning on a Tuesday.
It is. And it was like during the week, right? It was like it wasn't even it was bad.
God bless.
I think Monday.
Or like a Tuesday or
So you guys were like, hey, it's Tuesday and we're working at Kenneth Cole. Are you guys trying to drink? Yeet. That's exactly what you guys were saying.
essentially we did.
Okay. So earlier today, Tanya, and this was something that was brought to my attention today. So Lena told me that you refer to me as bacon and eggs. Which hold on. At first I was like, hold on. At first I was like,
No way. Yeah. Hey, G. More like this. No sea mamón.
so I couldn't understand for the life of me why I was being referred to as bacon and eggs. So I'm going to allow the next, because you're going to need to explain this thoroughly. So I'm going to give you about a minute to go ahead and give your explanation here.
God. So it goes back to the lingo. She would text me and she'd be like, yeah, I'm chilling with Bae. And I was like, who the fuck is bacon and eggs, dude? Just like Chris. It's like babe, you know? Like, and I was like, what? She's
Wait,
like,
is that another thing that you all call each other? Is babe?
babe.
You guys can't finish the whole like babe. You just are like babe.
Drop the beat.
Jesus.
Wait, I didn't know Bae meant bacon and eggs though.
It doesn't mean
doesn't
bacon
mean
and
that.
eggs. That's what she
That's what
She
you
put
start
B
thinking
and
after
E,
you
and I
drink
was
all that
like-
liquor.
There's so much Bailey's. All I wanted was bacon and eggs.
all the hangover food.
Yeah, it was just like she just put those initials like Bae, and I was like, who the fuck is bacon and eggs?
And then from that point on, I shit you not, it was never Chris. It's
Like it was just weird to call you Chris again.
Exactly.
Well,
every
that-
time. She'll
well-
even put like the bacon symbol.
It's weird to call me. I mean, that's my name. It shouldn't be weird to call me. You rather call me bacon and eggs than my actual
To make
name.
fun of Lena for using Bae.
That's what she means.
Hey, actually, I wouldn't mind calling them bacon and eggs. We should change the podcast to conversing with bacon and eggs and Misa.
And Misa. There you go, see?
Please don't.
Oh my
my
goodness.
Bacon, eggs, and Misa.
Bacon, eggs, and Misa burrito.
Oh,
The podcast.
I'm hungry. Blake's burritos are fire.
Well,
there we go again.
oh yeah, that's another one he doesn't like fire. Yeah, go ahead and give us a public service announcement on
Public service announcement.
Blake's
If you're
Burritos.
around Misa,
No, Blake's burritos.
oh, if you're around Misa, avoid fire. And Blake's burritos they're undercover. They're low key. You don't even know that they're good until you have it. Better than anything else on the menu. As a New Mexican,
Yes, preach.
yes.
Preach it. Anyways, anybody want to do a burrito run? We'll test it
They
out on the
only do it
podcast.
certain times. They only do it till like 11 or 10.
No sea mamón. That's lame. Thank you, Theo.
And
Yeah,
so,
Misa brought his drunk Theo again. He's here.
he's cool though.
So yeah, he hangs in the back. He hangs out in the back, and we give him natural light to drink, and this is what he says.
No sea mamón.
So whenever you hear that, just picture an elderly Mexican man in his mid to late 60s with short hair, hanging out with
Being
Levi
cooler than all
jeans
of
on,
us.
with his slippers and a natural light, and he's hanging out in the back. So anytime you hear,
No sea mamón.
that's who we're referring to. So let's keep this podcast rolling, guys.
So what did you think of Chris when you met him? Because you knew me before you knew this guy.
Good question, Lena.
I thought he was like super serious. Like
I am serious. What
like
the
he
fuck
was
do you
always
mean?
like super
I remember that now.
like I was like, is he like upset or something? Like he just looks super serious.
Well, they call him bacon and eggs, so I would be upset too. Like, what the fuck?
He doesn't even get called babe. Like
Yeah,
it's
because I
just
was
babe.
mad because they're like right away calling me fucking food.
Oh my god.
You know, with me
You
because
didn't
I'm
even
so
know till
Mexican.
now.
With me because I'm so Mexican, they used to call me chile, cebolla, tomate. All the time.
And that was normal for you. That was perfectly
But
fine.
he's not serious.
Okay, so
Oh,
why?
not serious at all.
Yeah, why do you feel like I'm so serious of a person? I'm like the least serious of a person. Well, at times that you can meet.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm pretty serious, bro. You should see me at work.
He gets like, he's a mean dad at work.
You should see him at the line at Whataburger.
We'll talk about.
That's when shit gets real for Chris. Don't fuck with Chris while he's on that line.
Don't scan his
Bro,
barcode.
I'm not fucking with you at Whataburger. I'm not fucking with you at Whataburger. If
If you
I
don't
go,
scan
yes.
that barcode, like one time we went and we had a fry, and
Why do you have a rewards program if you ain't gonna scan my
He
barcode,
was
bro?
so fucking mad. He was like, "That's just fucking dumb."
It's
And I'm like,
stupid. Don't
"It
give me
happens,
this.
like,
Don't give me this option if you can't fucking
We'll get it
execute
the next time. We went, got it the next
Whataburger.
time.
I'm looking
Anyway.
at you guys.
So you thought he was serious.
Yeah, and then we got in a circle and we just started talking and just like I saw he was a jokester. I was like, oh, okay, this guy's funny. Bacon and eggs is funny.
He turned into green eggs and ham.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, well, actually, my first fucking memory of Tanya is when we went on a Houston trip, and this was back when. Can somebody remind me when we did this?
This was like January 2015.
Yeah, 2014 maybe. I don't know, somewhere around there. 2014, 2015. So what we decided to do, it was me, my boy Ryan, shout out Brown, my boy Tony, shout out Tony, Lena, shout out Lena, and Tanya. We decided to pack ourselves into my Chevy Cobalt, which is still out front of the house.
We had gotten a rental that time, though.
Oh, we did get an. Oh shit. Oh, the first time we went to Houston without you guys was in my Cobalt. So then this time, yeah, we had the rented car. Well, sorry, I'm trying to put this all together. Things start blurring together. And anyway, so yeah, I remember we hopped all into the car at Ryan's grandma's house, and we decided to drive all the way to Houston, and it took us forever, but it was fun. I had a really good time on that trip, and then we stayed with my boy Derek and Julian, and we stayed at their apartment downtown. And as soon as we got there, Derek had like a full keg with us, so that for us, so that was nice. That's hospitality. So if you guys need some hospitality tips, talk to Derek.
Back up to the road trip.
Okay, back up to the road trip. Yeah, let's go back to the road trip because the road trip in itself was, boy, it was something.
I just remember, like trying to figure out, like, you down? And Tanya was like, I'm fucking down. And like, I haven't traveled with many of my girlfriends in a while. There's not very many people I can travel with, but it was just a really overall great experience because everyone was just like, it was just a great time. We even went to a game, random as fuck, Golden State Rockets. Like, it was crazy.
What?
Initially, it was just for the Revolution concert, no?
Is this where I would say that's lit?
Oh, yeah.
No,
It was hella
Fucking
lit.
horrible.
No, not yet. Once we start talking about the concert, yeah, that's when that would come in. We're gonna teach you how to use the modern slang, Misa. Don't worry. We're gonna get you on your game. So, Tanya, about that road trip, what was one of your funniest memories about that? Just from the drive over there, not from anything else.
Just overall, I remember Lena being DD, and all of us, like every single gas station stop, like everybody walked out of that gas station with a six-pack.
I don't remember that.
Straight up.
Damn. Where the hell was I this whole time?
I mean, I think the entire trip we were intoxicated.
Misa was in San Antonio watching his apartment catch on fire.
Straight up.
Jesus, flashbacks.
Thanks a lot.
God. PTSD kicking in.
Yeah, we were definitely intoxicated most of the trip. I mean, but that was the point. I mean, we had a keg. It was just us. We were chilling. There was no set plan. Just have a good time.
Hey, real quick, if you guys get the opportunity to do it again, you guys think you guys could still hang the same way?
Drink. Well, you know what? We drank a lot for Neon.
Yeah, we did. I think
had a
that.
whole
Dude,
I think that I
drink
had
two
just-
tall boys here, and then I'm done. I'm hurting tomorrow. Like, this shit was fire. Is that good? Is that a good one?
Yeah, that was good, dude. Actually, yeah, very good use of the meme of the word fire there.
I give you a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, so
I hate using that word. I hate it. It takes me back to San Antonio.
so hey, dude, I think your car's on fire, dude. Just kidding. We can't see. And if it was, fuck it.
Remember, we're on the 27th floor, dog.
So one thing I remember from that trip, besides the hospitality and everything, we went to, the reason we went over there was like Tanya said, for a Revolution concert. I had seen Revolution before, so I kind of already knew what to expect. They put on like a really good show. They're a reggae band. If anybody doesn't know, go check them out.
Get on it.
Yeah, their music is fantastic. So I'm a really big fan of theirs. I've been a big fan of theirs for a while now. And it's Revolution, not Revolution. Revolution with the B. Look them up on YouTube and anywhere you can find music. They have a lot of great songs. But anyway, we go to the concert, right? My boy Derek, who lived over there, he had himself a rough night the night of the concert. He didn't make it through the whole concert.
No. You know what? Remember what he did that morning? He was still in school at the time. So shout out Derek. He got up because it was a summer class. It was in the summer. It was in the summer that we went.
It was in January.
Really?
It was sometime.
But
yeah.
I remember him taking a class and he got up and it was like he had to do that shit first, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had a rough day, and then on the way home, we were trying to navigate back to his apartment, and it was probably one of the funniest times in my life, because I had a car full of you guys, meaning Tanya, Ryan, Tony.
You had a car full of intoxicated people.
Oh, you were the DD that day? Jesus.
No, yeah, I was, but anyway, so we struggled to get back to his apartment.
January 18th, confirmed.
See? Damn.
Okay.
She's got some. She's got.
She's on that shit.
House of Blues for sure. That's where it was at.
Please check them out.
But yeah, so
The electric flute, they went off.
Yes.
I remember everybody was vibing. Everybody like stood up. It was like dancing while Derek took a nap. Yeah.
yeah, Derek took a
They
little
even
nap
brought
in
us
the
food.
concert.
You guys remember? Like all of a sudden they started bringing like chicken strips.
Yes. I'll down.
Like I remember we were just like
I don't
vibing.
rember that.
Yeah, you probably didn't.
We were just vibing, and then all of a
ate,
sudden like
eating,
people
and
started
just,
bringing like
going
chicken
back and forth,
strips.
like living the life.
I just remember drinking Dos Equis there. But anyway, so yeah, we did that for the trip, and then we went to Golden State versus Houston Rockets basketball game. That was like Klay Thompson,
so
Steph
last
Curry
minute.
in their prime, before KD, before any of that.
Wait, so who won that game?
The Warriors won that game.
Yeah, Golden State.
Yeah.
That's when Chris Paul was still there?
Yeah, Chris Paul was there. I don't think he played that game. Harden. That's obviously when Harden was primetime Houston. But yeah, I remember the PA announcer, like anytime the Warriors would score or like shoot a three, he would be like, Klay Thompson, 4-3.
He was so monotone that we were like, no, like we're tripping. He's not that monotone. No,
What number is he? 11?
The whole game.
Jew number 11.
No,
3.
better than that, dude. Like straight monotone, like no emotion, no
straight,
perfect
straight, just like this.
every
Watch.
time.
Number 30, Stephen Curry, 4-3.
A little more monotone, a little less emotion.
But yeah, straight.
but
He
pretty
was
close.
just like that. And then like, cause it was part of the thing. Like anytime like the Warriors scored, it was in that voice. And then when the Rockets scored, it was like James Harden, 4-3, threes up, 8
straight hating. And it was a cool game because of where we were.
Go Warriors.
It was great because I'm a fan of Golden State. Tanya's a fan of the Rockets, though. Derek's a Rockets fan, but he also likes Golden State.
No, he doesn't like Golden State.
No?
Don't.
Damn.
Yeah, he's gonna be
get
mad you said that.
Sorry, D.
Don't disrespect a man with the wrong team. Just saying.
All right.
Spurs all
my
the
bad,
way.
my bad.
Yeah. No sea mamón. Cállese, tío. Cállese. Hey, send that guy home. Yeah, somebody call an Uber. Oh shit, no Ubers.
But yeah, so I had a great time on that trip, and then I just remember on the whole way there, we were playing some bangers.
Oh, we were going
Oh yeah.
That was like the golden age of music
we
at
have
that
it on the
point.
stereo.
Yeah.
So I was driving. You were in the. No, you were in the front with me, huh? And then you boys were in the back, and we were just vibing the whole way.
Your boy was running the aux like always, right, Tanya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She definitely
And then-
gives you credit for that.
Once you have great taste in music.
See, I'm
That's why
telling you
you
guys.
know she follows you on Apple.
Thank
on
you.
Apple Music, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'd be
You're on
following
Apple
all
Music?
your playlist.
Well, not as like an artist, but like you can have an Apple Music account and you follow your friends and you see what they're listening to. So that way, when I'm finding all the new bangers, because I do that all the time,
Straight up.
that way you know what I'm listening to, so you can keep up.
I'll be on there soon with my harmonica single coming out 2059, Christmas time.
Yeet.
Thank you.
But yeah, anyway, back to the taste in music. Yeah, it's pretty cool when you can find people that really like the same music as you. I know you like a lot of hip hop and rap. What have you been listening to recently?
Honestly, the baby. I just love that guy. For
The baby.
Nice.
He smacks girls. Did you see that video of him smack that lady?
oh yeah, thinking that it was a guy.
Yeah, I
according
mean,
to him.
I feel him. Like, I can understand that.
He literally said it. He thought it was a guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like I thought it was a guy. I'm sorry.
That's a good excuse. That's what I'm gonna use from now on.
like you had the phone in my face. I couldn't see if it
Yeah,
was a guy
no,
or a
that's
girl.
more of the excuse was that.
I don't. You know what? Let's just not touch each other. How about that? We just keep
How
our
about
hands
that?
to ourselves, especially in a time right now.
True.
Straight up.
Okay, hold on. We have breaking news on the Conversing with Chris and Misa podcast. So our friend Fernando Cuevas that we've been waiting to interview, he actually lives in LA, and he just retweeted that LA is on lockdown. Los Angeles County and city officials are ordering non-essential businesses to close if their employees can't work from home, and telling local residents to stay at home as much as possible. So yeah, that's crazy. They just put the whole county of LA on lockdown.
Shout out to Fernie if you're listening, man. He just recently got diagnosed with the COVID-19. We wish you a speedy recovery, bro. Well, hopefully we'll have you soon.
But yeah, that was our breaking news segment on the Conversing with Chris and Misa podcast. Back to the music that we were talking about, Tanya. Besides the baby, who else? I like the baby. He's cool. He goes hard. He flows pretty good. But who else other than him? If you can name like 3 or 4 other artists that you're listening to right now, I just want to see what you're feeling.
Kodak. I can never.
Kodak Black.
I love Kodak.
For
Free
a
yak.
long time.
Misa's looking
Free
at me
yak.
like, is that like, I know that's a camera. Is that like a new model? Like, does that take 4D or 4K imaging? What is that?
Fucking cameras coming out with music and shit now. Like AI is getting intense up in this bitch. God damn. Nah, man, I'm still stuck with like Robert Johnson, Buddy Holly, fucking Elvis. That's my boy Elvis. Shout out to Elvis. Rest in peace.
Okay, hold on. So watch. What we'll do real fast is I'll ask Tanya 3 besides the 2 that she's already named, 3 artists that she's listening to, and then I'm gonna ask Misa, and we'll see the stark difference in the music selection. So Tanya, besides Kodak and the baby, 3 other rappers that you've been listening to.
3 other rappers.
Or no, not rappers. Anybody, anything. Yeah, it doesn't have to be rap. It can be any type of music. I'm a big country head, by the way.
What's that girl's name? She's also from Miami. Danny Lee. How do you pronounce her name?
I don't think I've heard her. She's like is she like a Megan Thee Stallion type?
No, she's a little bit more like hip hop, more like
Somebody's name Megan Thee Stallion.
I can't stand her. I can't. I just.
Some bangers. I think at the end of the day.
Hold on. You guys want to take a call on the podcast? Hold on. I don't know if we can do this. Hold on. I don't think it's gonna work.
Try it.
What's up, dude?
Hey, what up?
What's up, dude? You're on the podcast. Say what's up.
Oh, what up, podcast?
No, seriously, you are. Say what's up.
What up?
You already said what up, girl. Damn.
That was so much better.
All right, so my little cousin Adam is calling. What's going on, dude?
Nothing much. What's up?
Well, you called me, bro. What's going on?
Can I talk to Lena?
Yeah. Here, let me pass her over to you.
Oh, wow. Hold on.
Hey, wait. So people call your phone to speak to Lena, when she has her own phone and shit. Damn.
So what's Lena like being a boss?
Yeah. That's too funny.
Misa knocked our mic out by accident. So, okay, so sorry, everything just like went all crazy. So,
We're still waiting on her 3.
yeah, I'm still
Oh,
waiting
yeah,
on your
yeah.
3 artists. Sorry.
Yeah. Future. That's one. That's another one. that I
Future?
listen to often.
Okay, Future's been around so long, he's in the past now.
He's great though.
Hey, thank you, Theo. I thought that was a good joke. I'm gonna give that up for myself. Let's
That was weak. That was weak as shit. Everybody shut up. Thank you.
okay, Future. Who else?
I don't like this new generation music, to be honest.
What?
I-
Like who? Who do you consider new generation that's
Like,
out there tearing it up?
Like who?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I
who?
can't think of any, so they're not tearing it
Okay,
down.
so Future. Who else? I need 2 more.
2 more.
Yes.
You know who I think raps real good?
She's gonna say
she just
Drake,
Goes,
watch.
She just goes like super hard.
Cardi B.
Justina Valentine.
Okay, I've never heard of her either.
For
Okay, I'll
real?
check her.
She's from like
I
Wild
have
and Out.
2
She's
new-
the one with the red hair.
She was on the Nick Cannon show.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think she raps really good.
The Nick at Night. I still watch
I
that shit.
found 2 new sound.
No, not the
No?
no.
God, what? He came out with another show? Whatever. Anyways.
Bro, this Wild and Out shit has been on for like 20 years, I feel
I
like.
know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Nick Cannon.
Yeah. I know. I seen it.
Misa doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about. Okay, Misa. So since Tanya gave us our 3 or her 3 music selections, what if we look at your Apple Music or streaming device, what are you bumping right now?
I'll show you. I listen to Pandora, actually. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. There was nothing.
How do we take this guy serious?
That was perfect. He's like, hold on. Let me open up my Pandora. Pandora's box.
Her stations are saved and everything.
Well, I'll say 3 favorite bands that I could listen to all day, every day.
All right,
First
let's hear
one,
'em. Damn bands.
first one's gotta be the Black Keys. I've been the Black Keys fans
Really?
forever. I think their music is dope as fuck. Also, old school Robert Johnson. You guys don't know who Robert Johnson? He was pretty much one of the first guys to make music for blues that was recorded in like the late 30s. But it's pretty cool, and also a band
like
called
funky shit?
Kaleo. More like blues, anything blues rock, Led
I think
Zeppelin,
that's funky.
anything like that. Yeah, that's fire.
It's soulful.
That's fire and
There you
lit.
go. That's right.
That shit
That's like an
drip.
8 out of 10.
Drippity
Okay,
drip,
no,
drip.
no. And okay,
Yeet.
you were good, but moving on.
Okay, you're still missing one more.
That's what I said. Oh,
yeah,
the
you
last
said
one. Last one's a band called Kaleo.
Yeah, I was gonna
Pretty
say.
cool band. Guys, check them out. And for Kaleo that's listening, man, shout out. If you want to be in our podcast, let us know.
So I think Robert Johnson was like a principal of mine back in the day or something. That sounds like a principal, right? Like Robert Johnson sounds like he's a principal at like your local middle school, and he's tough on kids who misbehave. You know what I mean? He sounds like a good principal.
Like you when you're a mean dad. Chris is the funniest mean dad. Like, let me tell you, I laugh because one of the other
Hey,
things.
where did this come from?
Wait, you're a dad?
Yeah, exactly. Don't make that reference here because
My bad.
people aren't gonna know what you're talking about.
Okay, my bad.
You said a mean dad. I was
Well,
gonna say,
but-
well, pretty fucking mean if I haven't met his kids yet. Like,
no,
where are
yeah,
they? Where do you
for
keep
sure,
them?
for
Where
sure.
are they?
I just say,
Good joke, Misa. Good joke.
okay, well, that's what I call it when he gets all serious and like scolding and like frustrated and like, okay, so this is what happened. We went to Neon Desert.
Who's we?
Tanya, me, you, Ryan, Tony, Derek.
Which Neon Desert was this? I don't remember.
This was J. Cole. Wow, really? I'm gonna
Just
pull it up right
kidding.
now.
Just kidding.
2015, May 2015.
Okay.
Hold up.
How
Look.
can I forget that lineup? J. Cole, Cascade,
Oh
Passion
my
Pit,
God.
Flume, Cypress Hill, Slightly Stupid, G-Eazy, Party Next Door, Big Crit. I mean, Earl Sweatshirt. I'll never forget that. I knew that shit off the top of my head.
I have no idea who the fuck is just named.
It was
I think
we
we-
got kicked out of slide. Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna talk about.
I think I only went the first night with you guys, and it was like a whole bunch of us, like 10 to 12 people,
That was Saturday because
walking in together.
So this is what happened. Yeah, that was Saturday night. So Neon Desert. This is when it was 3 days, May 22nd to May 24th, 2015. One of the best festivals I've ever gone to. I think, yeah, for sure. I think the only festival I've gone to, but
Which makes it the best one.
definitely top. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was cool because it was home, so we had the luxury of we were all off, slept in super late, drank, ate, and partied the whole afternoon up until hours of the night. So Neon Desert was cool. I think my favorite part about it though was when we were getting yelled at by Chris because he was frustrated because I had gotten lost. Most of the end of the night we were split up from one another. So
Yeah, we were all lost. I think
Oh.
like at some point I lost Lena. I couldn't find her. I ended up with like my little sister.
Maybe Chris was the
she
lost
appeared
one.
here.
yeah,
That's the
what
thing- that's
I
the problem
said.
was.
No, like okay, so like
No, that wasn't even the thing. We had all had a plan.
okay, that's why he got mad. So here,
Because the thing was, if we all got separated, the plan was to meet at the car,
right.
right?
And Chris was DD that day.
Yes. And so nobody remembered where the car was at the end of the night.
Well,
That was the problem.
No, we forgot what the plan was. Like
Like, screw where the cars parked. We forgot the plan to start with.
mid show, we were just gone. By the time we got there, we were gone. I don't even remember making a plan.
Hey, in this whole time, was he still known as Bacon and Eggs?
No.
Y'all-
This was later.
y'all was
Bacon
just
and
yelling
Eggs was a
bacon
little
and
bit
eggs while
later.
y'all were lost?
No.
Bacon and eggs started when the slang bay started.
Yeah, around
Which
whatever
was-
that time was, a couple years ago.
Couldn't tell you.
But okay, so Friday was Neon Desert was so fucking epic. Friday came Slightly Stupid. We got kicked out of Slightly Stupid because unfortunately they thought we were smoking, marijuana. Turns out we weren't. They cut our friend's wristband. The rest of us walked out with him. So this is Friday night. We ended up saying fuck it. Didn't go back, obviously, because our homie didn't have a wristband. So we just called it a night, continued drinking, and then Saturday was a whole new game plan. We walked in definitely intoxicated. We bought a handle of tequila for that whole weekend, which lasted perfectly. We were crossfaded.
I don't
as
remember
hell.
the tequila.
We were very crossfaded. That's just the easiest way to put it. So
remember the tequila? Well,
it was
now I know.
crazy.
Now I understand.
I
know
love
why I was faded.
it all makes sense now. I mean, Neon Desert was cool. I somehow accumulated shrooms over the course of it and found out that this person that had given it to me was someone that I actually knew through Hot Topic. Like, it was a freaking crazy night. But I remember Chris getting mad at us multiple times, and it first started here because we forgot the plan. Yeah, no. Right? It almost. We left the concert, and now it was time to be obviously follow plan, but we abandoned the plan and abandoned ship. He's calling me and he's like, "Where are you?" And I remember trying to find my way to the car, and then I remember just chilling at a gas station, hanging, watching the freeway. Like, I was like sitting on the edge. Like, it was, I was cool though. Like I didn't feel some type of way. Like I was having a blast. Like I just knew that I went to look for the car and this is where I ended up. But then my phone rang and Chris is like, "Where are you?" Like obviously frustrated and upset. And I'm like, "Whoa, like I'm good."
Cool your vibes, dude.
I remember thinking like, why is he upset? Because it didn't register at that point that I had not followed plan. And not only that, but now he's mad, you know, he's like, "Where the fuck are you?" And I'm like, whoa, like he is mad, you know? And I tell him where I'm at and he's like, "What? How did you end up over there?" Because I literally had crossed a street, right? Like the whole
I-10. You crossed to the other side.
She was in
of
Juarez
I-10.
and shit.
No, and by
Dude,
that
if she
time,
would have walked the other direction, she would have ended up in Juarez.
straight up.
She was just crossing any bridge that was there, dude.
It's like, oh look, pretty lights, and look at those
She's
flags.
like, "Oh, is that Homeland Security coming in to get me?"
like
Fuck
I
it.
said, we were crossfaded and then I had accumulated shrooms.
A free ride.
I was like I said, I was totally chill until like my total vibe got thrown off because my dude's like, "Where are you?"
At this time, Chris is freaking mad at us. we're trying to find the car, and I walk into the parking lot and I don't see the car. And then I'm like, just like super nervous, like walking up and down the street, like, holy shit, I just got left here. And then all of a sudden I see this like white boy just walking, super lost too. And I'm like, "Ryan, Ryan." It's like, "What's up, dude?"
Dude, so you were in charge to kind of pretty much watch over these guys.
He was our
And
babysitter.
you end up being mad at them
for
because
sure.
you lost them. Like that's
That's
a
what I'm
that's a
saying.
badass story to follow.
That's
You should have had like a
what I'm
camera
saying.
follow you the whole time, where like
But so
like
then-
a
It was
bunch of lost
hilarious. And
puppies.
he's like, "Where
Bro,
are you
hold on.
guys? Where's
I didn't
the
lose
rest?"
them. They lost themselves.
No.
Because we were all together at one point.
Yeah, that's great parenting, bro.
And then
Yes.
restroom break came, and that's when
Yeah, and
everybody
then-
kind of just
Yeah.
split.
I
Yeah,
remember splitting.
somebody went to the restroom without telling somebody, and then before you know that, it was all
Because she
over,
was
dude.
with Jenny, her sister, for a little
I found
All
my
over.
little sister
Completely over.
partying with like some guys I went to school with. I was like, "What the hell?"
What kind of world?
Sobered up.
So she meets up with Ryan, and then what happened? Yeah, well, how did you make your way back to this dude? Ryan called him, huh?
I think so. I think my phone was dead or
Because
something.
that's right,
and
your
at
phone
some,
was dead. It was
I
dead.
found Ryan, so I felt a little bit better. And I think he started calling Chris, and Chris just scooped us up, and he was like, "She says she's at a gas station. I don't know where Lena's at." And then
So, okay, for everybody who doesn't know where they hold Neon Desert, they hold it downtown, and they hold it right there in the Cleveland Park, Cleveland Square area. So Lena managed to walk from there, guys, to the Howdy's that is on, I believe it's on Mesa.
no, it's on Yandell and
Yeah.
Campbell.
Okay, yes, but it's on the other side of the freeway.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know about you guys, but if you've been downtown, you can totally tell when you're crossing over the freeway and that you're officially leaving downtown at that point. So anyways, I have to go find these crazy people, all of them, including Ryan, Tony. Well, actually, Tony was the only one who met me back at the car, but he was completely destroyed. Yeah. So,
Hey, hats off to Tony, man, for being able to handle that and still make it back. You see, it is possible.
But no, we've lost him before, so don't give him too much.
No, you know what? There's always that one good kid.
It ain't him.
As a parent, I know.
No, he gets
no,
lost.
we lost Tony at a Dallas Cowboy game.
We lost him twice.
That's worse.
And it was even worse because the cops like almost had to arrest him because he was like he couldn't figure shit out. But anyways, that's for another podcast. So then after all this commotion and trying to figure out
And
where
then
they
picking
are,
up me, super pissed off.
I pick up Lena. We get Tanya. We find Ryan. Everything turns out okay. So then we
all in
decide
the car.
we get back in the car and then we decide let's go to Circle K, right? Everybody wants like a snack or something. At this point, I wanted a Black and Mild so that I could like smoke and chill out. And then
Being stressed.
so I didn't want to get off the car because I was driving. So I was like, "You guys get off. Just somebody bring a Black and Mild, please."
Where's parenting?
He
shit
was so,
again?
dude, he was that mad at us, he didn't want to get down. I
Dude.
shit you not.
Okay, so they go into the Circle K the first time, right? Out walks Lena with like Out walks Lena with like a beef jerky, Slim Jim, whatever thing, like a bag of
Tanya has
chips.
chips
Yeah,
and shit.
Tanya has a chocolate milk
Ryan
or some
did.
shit.
Yeah.
And then Ryan comes out with hot Cheetos and cheese, and then none of them have the black and mild that I had specifically asked for. Right?
So he's more pissed
So then I'm
off.
even more mad, and then Ryan's like, "Fuck it, I'll go in and get you one." So then Ryan goes in again, and then he walks out with like a Sprite or a
drink, yeah.
lemonade. And then I was like, "Did you get the black and mild?" And he forgot again, bro. It was the most frustrating experience ever.
He was so.
And then not only that, I had to go drop everybody off when Tony was living on the west side. So I had to go drop off Ryan, then go to Tony's, then go and drop off
What do you
Tanya.
mean, Ryan? We were living with Ryan at the time.
No, we picked them up. Well, yeah, I think so, but
Yeah,
still.
we've lived with Ryan the most.
But yeah,
There's no
anyway,
way.
so it like imagine being that frustrated, then having to drive all these people home. And I
He
love
was
you guys, but
All these people like throwing a party while this motherfucker's mad as hell in the front seat. And we're all like, woo!
Yeah.
Let us like, I feel good.
Just rubbing it in his face,
I
like,
was like, oh my god! I was just so like. That's why I'm saying it was the
Where
best
am I?
time ever. I loved it. Friday was kind of shitty, but Seeing Slightly Stupid was cool. Not for the whole set, but whatever. Then Saturday came and it's just like the whole day was like a pure bliss. Like I was with my friends, we were having a good time, we were safe. Like it was just good vibes, and it was surrounded with music. You know?
it reminds me of my time at Woodstock.
Oh my god! I hate you.
good joke.
So,
That was a good joke. I like that one. That was good.
So,
Fucking Woodstock. Do you guys even know what Woodstock is?
yes.
What is it? You tell me.
Like a festival back in the 70s or something.
It was
started
one
in
of
the
the first
70s.
biggest festivals ever, and people ran out of food, people ran out of toilet paper, but yeah,
Fitting.
that shit was awesome.
Fitting.
I can't remember much of it, but
Watch, I wanna
shit was dope.
pictures.
That Jimi Hendrix on the last day was the sickest shit ever. 6 o'clock in the morning playing the national anthem.
Where you shoomed out.
Oh yeah.
Misa's question or answer to that question should have been
No way. Yeah. Hey,
no. We're not looking at Woodstock 2019. Hell no. Why are you? What is that? Look, 1969.
That's
Yeah, go to that
crazy.
one. Let's see what the Woodstock
Snoopy?
lineup was in 1969.
Holy shit! Look.
Well, there's Jimi Hendrix. I'm pretty sure Carlos Santana was there.
Have you heard that story of Carlos Santana taking acid there?
Look at
He had
that.
taken
There's that
acid.
famous couple.
Yeah, so actually, yes. So one of my music teachers at UTEP told me about that story. So Carlos Santana, they get flown out to go play to this festival, Woodstock, and they show up for their set, and their set's not supposed to be till like later in the afternoon, like 7 or 8, and they show up at like 1 or 2. And then somebody cancels, and they're like, all right, time to go on. And these guys had just taken acid. And so Carlos Santana's playing the whole festival on acid, tripping balls.
And it ended up being probably one of his most iconic moments ever. If you guys watch that video, he's like making all these faces while he's playing the guitar. And there's an interview where he says that that guitar seemed like a snake to him, and he was just trying to keep that shit together. You know, I remember I was there.
So, yeah. So I don't even know how we got onto this Woodstock subject. Well, it came from music festivals, but anyway, yeah. So, Tanya, things have changed a lot since the last time that we talked. What's your current life status right now? What's going on with you?
Oh, geez, it's changed for sure. For sure. I've been sober for what? For about 8 months now.
Okay.
Longer. I think 9, 10, going on 10.
How's the sobriety going?
You know what? I find myself a lot more grumpy.
That's weird.
Yeah. I be grumpy all
That's
the time. I'm like, how do people go being sober all day? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
I think that's called a problem. when you start thinking like that. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a mechanic.
For sure.
I thought you were a doctor, dude. You're not a doctor?
Just on the weekend, Dougie. It's Thursday.
God bless. Okay, so part of the sobriety has come from also being pregnant, correct?
Yes, I'm 8 months pregnant.
Whoa.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thanks.
They're
I know
a
you can't
blessing. A blessing. A blessing. I can't say it enough. A blessing. Tio, what do you think about that? No sea mamón. Yep. That's my Tio right there.
He still has his listed for sale, so if you're interested, it's still buy one, get one free. Right, Misa?
Shit, I'll give them out for free right now. They come with clothes and they wipe their own ass.
Well, with the toilet
And
paper.
toilet paper. Toilet.
No, they don't come with toilet paper. We don't have any. That's the problem.
So what kind of challenges have you been facing being pregnant? How's that been going for you?
It's like I've been in quarantine for the past 8 months.
Well, I guess that's good. That means you got ahead on the coronavirus, so shout out to you for that. So let's give her a round of applause.
Will this be your first child?
My first child, yeah.
Oh, that's the best. First ones are always the best ones. It's
Yeah.
a blessing. A bless. I would spell out, but I can't. I dropped out of school in 1958.
We get it.
So when are you expected to be having this baby?
420, that's my due date.
420. God
Straight
bless.
up.
Really?
Yeah, that's my due date, 420.
Hell yeah! He's gonna come out with that sound like, it's a boy. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Breaking news.
Coming on 420, a girl being born from Tanya. For sale for anybody that knows, anybody that wants a kid, let them know. Please, trying to save her life here.
Black market. Just kidding.
Let me know.
Are you excited?
I'm super excited. Today we put up the crib and just doing all like the little stuff for her, and it's just getting so surreal. I'm
crazy.
terrified.
One good tip that I could give any new parent.
So fucking
Hold on. Tanya looks at me and goes, I'm terrified, actually. Like, God bless. I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm like, so am I.
What do babies eat? They don't even have teeth. But one good advice that I could give anybody that's just about to have a kid or does have any kids is sleep as much as you can. When the baby's asleep, drop everything you can and fall asleep with that kid. Just you're gonna become a baby yourself. You're gonna want to nap every 30 minutes. You're gonna want to eat every like 2 hours, and you're gonna want to drink every single minute. But just take a nap. That's the best thing that you could do. Like I got this new thing now with my kids. They like drawing and stuff, so I have them draw me while I take a nap. It's like, here, you guys need to draw me, and then I'll lay down. And then like 15 minutes later, they're like, we're done. And then so I'll switch positions, and I'm like, all right, start again.
That's some evil shit.
No, that's creative parenting right there.
That's not evil. You know what's evil is losing your kids in a fucking in a
That
concert.
music festival. Yeah.
But please tell us the story how you lost your kid today.
Yeah.
Look, kids get when you're little. We talked about this on another podcast. When you're small, you take this shit to like certain extremes. So when you're playing tag, that's why these kids get crazy. You know, like my son wants to play tag, and then I'll start chasing him, and then he starts yelling like a stranger, not even his dad, like a stranger that he just saw is trying to get him. And then I got neighbors like, well, I don't remember seeing him with a kid. I'm calling the cops and all this shit. And then so because he's just yelling, he's yelling like, no, I don't want to die. And I'm like, bro, we're playing tag, chill.
You have to get
so-
into character.
So yeah, well yeah, but that's not good, you know, when you're surrounded by neighbors and shit. But playing playing hide and seek, it's like go hide, you know, and take another nap, you know what I'm saying, while he's hiding, you know, another tip right there. But then after a while, I was like, yo, this kid usually when I don't go look for him, he'll stop and get up and be like, yo, Dad, look for me. I was behind the curtain. It's like, oh, all right, you know, but. Yeah, but this time it's like nothing. It's like, oh shit. I checked the back door. The door was locked. I was like, so he didn't go outside. So I got my daughter to go help me look for it. And she's like, I found a toe. And I was like, what? Where? And it's underneath the bed. And this dude he didn't even make it all the way under there. He just started crawling. And then he's like, fuck this. I'm tired. And he took a nap. So I left him there for a good minute. But yeah.
You lost him.
I didn't lose him. He's just really good at hide and seek. Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. My dad played hide and seek with me, and I didn't see him for 18 years.
That's a great one. Oh, great joke.
And then he came back. Thank you. Thanks. No, he came back. He came back eventually, and he's like, hey, that line at Walmart, eh? And I was like, oh, all right. I forgive you then. That line at Walmart does get pretty long, though.
He was trying to get Chris's black and mild.
That's exactly.
I still don't think I ever got that black and mild, but
Yes, he did.
I'm off
I'm
black
pretty
and
sure he
mild
got
now.
mad
He
and he
did.
went inside the store.
I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna go get this shit myself because none of you guys are capable of anything at this point.
We were here for a good time, not like a job specific. We were here for a good time, not we didn't apply for a job. All right, I mean,
I think
You
need-
applied for the job of DD.
yeah, yeah.
No, I didn't know. I was appointed, elected, if you will.
Well, we'll leave it at that. For sure.
And I performed the task like admirably. You know what I mean?
Hey, y'all made it home safe, right? That's what
We
mattered.
did. Shout out Chris.
Shout out Chris, but with a little less too, the experience would have been better.
Damn, nothing's ever good to the ball, fam. I get you now, Tanya. Jesus.
Why do you think I sniffed the shit out of that mason jar? I was like, okay.
Yes, man!
Yeah. Okay, so Tanya, one of the things that you have in common with my sister Amanda, shout out Amanda. She actually is still living in Florida, but you spent some time in Florida yourself, correct?
Yeah, back in 2016, I picked up my shit and left to Florida.
You dipped here by yourself?
Yep. I think like one day I was just tired of everything here in El Paso. I was seeing no growth in me.
You know what? There have been times in my life where it's just kind of wanted to pick up and just move out. But I was like, I can't just leave my kids.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No. It's like, hey, let's play hide and seek. I'll hide this time, though.
Anyway,
But I mean, it was just like that. You just wanted something new, and was it like a on the spot decision? You're like, screw this, I'm out of here.
You know what? I think that like I had been thinking like my whole life, like I want to live in Florida, but I never knew how I was going to do it. I always thought like I got to plan it out. Like I can't just book it. And just my situation, I was just bored of my job, just tired.
Tired of Lena bossing her around. Smell this, now smell that. Smell this.
no, we were working together at this time.
Okay, so where in Florida did you move to?
I moved to initially to Miami, and then I moved to Fort Lauderdale.
You see?
So it was fun.
Yeah, I've been to Fort Lauderdale and the Miami area. It's pretty crazy over there.
Yeah, it's wild. It's like you never know what time it is. You know what time it is because it's dark and light, but
Yeah, but people are just going hard the whole time over there.
24/7.
It's pretty cool.
That's
Well,
basically
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I remember I would sleep like 2-3 hours, and I would be like out of my apartment for the rest of the day,
Nice.
just partying. I learned how to fish, which was super fucking fun.
What kind of fish were you catching?
Was it catch and release? That's what I want to know.
It would just depend because like at the pier, they only let you take home like certain fish, depending on the size and stuff.
Did you ever catch a Puerto Rican,
Oh no.
a Cuban guy
Oh hell
trying
no.
to cross?
You would talk a lot to like Dominicans and Jamaican, Haitian people. That's crazy.
The Haitian people are crazy over there.
Oh yeah,
There's a
definitely.
lot of them.
I live like right above the Haitian neighborhood, so I would see a lot of Haitians.
So you didn't have any family or anything over there when you moved out there? It was just like by yourself?
Yeah, when I moved out there, I lived with my madrina, with my Nina. So I stayed with her like for 2-3 months, saved up a little bit of money, and then got my own apartment.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
yeah.
I could never do that.
Yeah, but that shit was wild. Like from one second to the next, she was gone. Like not that she needs to tell me, but I was tripping about it because she had mentioned it before.
Because she was scheduled to work the next day. And I had some
but
other liquids for her
I
to smell.
remember her mentioning it, and then the next time I talked to her, she was like, "I'm in Florida." I'm all, bitch, what?
Hold on, Misa, your uncle's back.
No sea mamón!
Mrs. Theo, respectfully, go to bed, sir.
He doesn't understand English, bro. Maybe that's why he hasn't left. Que se largue. No se vaya, tío.
Yes,
A regresar, cabrón.
Okay, so back to the story. Sorry. Good night, sir. Buenas noches. Okay, go back to the story.
No, she's in Florida now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell anybody. I bought my flight ticket. I told my dad the next day. Got rid of my apartment, my furniture, packed up 2 luggages, and that was it.
You're like, Dad, I'm motherfucking out.
No, her dad's cool.
And
Yeah.
he was like, all right. See
He
you
was
later.
like, "Good for you."
About time. She's like, yes, you need some help.
She was
Need some
living
help
on her own.
Yeah, I had been living on my own since like I was like 19 or something.
So how long did you live out there for?
For like I want to say like 2 years.
Oh,
It was before the last hurricane that happened. Then she moved back.
Oh yeah, hurricane scared the shit out of me.
It's crazy.
The first one was Matthew, and that was pretty chill. I think like I just started panicking, and I was just rolling blunt after blunt. But my family was super chill. Like they're just like chilling in the living room, like, "Oh, don't worry. Like, are we gonna cover windows? Like, no. Like they're hurricane proof, whatever. Like, okay, cool.
Jesus.
chilling.
Hold on, I didn't know they sold hurricane-proof windows, but maybe I guess in Florida
They do. You can see everything, but no, hell no. I was like, you
They're
gotta
like, yo,
cover all
you
these
can watch
freaking
this
windows.
fucking
Like,
the hurricane
hell
pass through.
yeah.
You can see its destruction firsthand.
Matthew, I was living with my Nina, and my cousin would walk out like, "Oh, I gotta go walk out the dog. Like, he needs to go use the restroom, whatever."
Yeah, the dogs are more important than people nowadays, by the way.
Straight up.
Shout out Linda's dog.
Oh gosh, he's just extremely jealous of Lovey, and it is what it is.
But
Let's admit it,
anyways,
Lovey's spoiled.
so, thank you, Tanya.
Did she ever boss that dog around? That's what I
Oh
want to
no,
know.
that dog bosses.
Dude, that
bosses
dog
her
bosses
around.
everyone around, bro. That dog bosses me around, and I don't
Gives
even
you
do
attitude.
anything.
Yeah, like I don't.
I
wanna
show
say
up and
anything
it's
today.
like, yo, nigga, back the fuck up.
She huffs like when she's. I kid you not. The first
Dude,
time
this
she
dog
did
is
it,
more human than dog.
I would trip because I was like, nah, like I'm tripping. Like I don't know. And then one time it was like she like got up, turned, huffed, and then laid down, and I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I fucking see you.
So anyway, we're back. Let's get off the topic of boss dogs, because
Yeah, she's cute. He's cute.
so the hurricane kind of made you come back.
Yeah,
it scared the shit out
the
of you,
year after that, yeah, I think it
or
was
it
like,
scared you back to Texas.
yeah, straight up. I think like I was trying to sober up for a second because I was trying to get a job, and just mind fucked.
True.
Like I started reading, and it was like, I think I can't remember what the hurricanes names were, but it was like, one after the other, like, and I just kept reading and reading. I stopped sleeping. Oh yeah,
She's like, these hurricanes are not gonna stop.
I was.
Does this whole quarantine shit remind you of that?
Yeah, straight up. Like whenever you go over there, like the apartments that I lived at was right in front of a Walmart and a gas station. So I was like, oh, I don't need to go to Walmart. You know, it's across the street. I can go whenever. I tried to go look for water and no, like nothing.
Yeah, when hurricanes
Hand
come,
aisles,
they
nothing.
clear out everything over there.
You know what?
Completely.
It's like
everything.
the ex-wives that come in wet and wild and they take everything with them.
Straight up. Casi.
Thank you.
That was a terrible joke, actually.
It was Irma and Michael.
No, it was the one with Irma. I think it was like Irma, Jose, and it was another one.
Oh, those are my cousins, yo. Those aren't
It
hurricanes.
was 3 of them.
No,
No.
no. Look, you're looking like. What year was this? Google the year.
I'll tell you.
God, I love Googling things live on the podcast. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff here.
It was Irma, Maria, Jose.
Yeah, that's my.
Yes.
That's my whole family, yo. I didn't know
No,
you knew
straight
that.
up, like it was one after another, and like at the
They
time,
visited her when she was down in Florida. Nice.
straight up, I was like, no quiero visita.
Illegally.
Straight up, no, yeah. At the time, I have a cousin that moved from El Paso too, over to Fort Myers. So I was cat sitting while she was here in El Paso, and I remember that like when all of this was going on,
Cats in it.
Yeah, real quick.
she has a cat.
Cats need to be seated.
Well,
like-
I had to watch out for the
So
cat.
I have a neighbor whose cat is out and about, and I'm sure she don't see it for a few days. Like, how do you just go on?
It was 2 weeks. Somebody had to feed the cat.
Okay,
I
yeah, that-
overfed the cat. When
You
my cousin-
overfed the cat?
Yeah, every time he would come and meow at me, I thought he wanted to be fed.
So you fucked up his diet and shit? He was
Hell
all
yeah,
obese
my
when they got
cousin-
home?
My cousin got home and she was like,
Stop fucking lying and shit. And it's
like 2 weeks, this cat's like 4 pounds heavier. He had to go on a diet. He was so mad.
Yeah, you see? Okay, look, that hat, God bless.
don't do that with kids, all right?
That cat is a good example of like a cat that's probably a human.
Yeah.
You overfed my cat.
No, look, Tanya's a hustler, and that cat hustled her.
Straight up.
Hey, is she trying to get you a job or something? Like her ex boss
know.
out here talking good. Like,
She's a very good worker. Hit her up.
That's my, what is it called? My reference. If anybody wants to hire me after this pregnancy.
Okay, so do you have a name for your child?
Yeah, I want to name her Isiva.
Wait, can you say that again?
Isiva.
Can you spell that?
Iseva.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Isiva will be born in 420.
The origin? Can I get the country of origin, please? Sorry, I thought we were at a spelling bee.
What are we? Tanyesis out of Tanyesis.
big Kanye fan.
Hella
So
Kanye
that's the
fan.
country of origin. Tanyesisville. Is that what you guys are telling me?
it sounds legit.
Yeah, that's like a country.
I'd go on vacation over there.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
fun.
not right now because you can't. Everything's all locked down.
You'd get lit.
So,
We're in quarantine.
okay. So your baby's due, you said in approximately like a month, right? Well, yeah, approximately a month. Are you going to go all natural?
Yeah. No
You're
medication.
going to try?
Hell yeah.
Do you think you can do it? I feel like that's really painful.
I feel like it. I feel like I don't know
Well,
what I'm
I mean,
getting
maybe
myself
not.
into.
Maybe not.
That's good. Keep thinking that if you're gonna go through it, it's just you don't even
It's
want to
just
know.
like the epidural and stuff. Like I know a lot of girls have like back pains and shit with it. So I'm just, if I'm gonna have that the rest of my life, I can stand 6 hours.
Just throw it up.
Fuck it.
What if it's longer?
Oh, God. Well, you know what? That's crazy. Shout out to you for having a baby. I really hope everything works out extremely well for you. I would be scared of an epidural shot. I would probably pass out if I saw those dudes bring in
Yeah,
that
straight
needle.
up. I faint with needles.
Yo, I've
No, this is a straight up sword that goes in your back.
Much less.
a
Hell
straight
no.
up sword. Oh my God, you're being impaled. Like they're not giving you a shot; they're straight up impaling you.
Oh,
You
hell
know what? I'm good on that. Yeah.
Yeah, hell no.
Yeah, the more I think about this, guys, the more I'm thinking about passing on this whole children thing. I don't think I want to see a knife go through Lena's back.
Yeah,
Okay,
well, I mean,
that was a nice save. I was gonna say, I like how he's talking about this. Like he would have to go through
you
it.
could always
but
adopt. You know,
yeah,
my kids are
I'm
up for
down.
adoption.
Yeah, you know what, dude? I might have to hit you up and take one of your
Buy one,
kids.
get one.
Maybe. Or maybe after Tanya has her kid, we could adopt that kid for a little bit. Just to see, test the waters,
We'll be trial parents.
And then we'll really think about it at that point. So,
Just make sure to keep your receipt instead in case you want to take it back or something.
So anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap up this podcast here. Tanya, I want to thank you for joining us on the Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Final thoughts today?
Thanks for having me and keep doing your thing. I enjoyed listening to you guys.
Tell tell me a little, or kind of explain to like the audience what you were saying when you first got here. Kind of how like the podcast makes you feel like you're kind of just chilling with us, even though you're not. Kind of explain that a little bit. I kind of liked when you said that earlier.
Honestly, it's like at home, you just want to be on your phone, but you need that background noise. It's like chilling with your friends, you know, like you're in the circle. Everybody's talking around you. You're listening. You put your input, even though you guys don't hear me.
Hey, no, that's cool.
I've been
though.
making notes, though.
She's like, this is what I would say in this situation.
Dumb, but you know what?
No, you know what? That's cool. I really appreciate that. That's kind of what we've been striving for here on this podcast. And then now with the addition of Misa, it kind of brings like a new dynamic of chilling in the garage with us. So I appreciate the kind words, Misa. You got anything to say?
It's not a
Just make sure everybody stay fresh. Tanya, again, thanks for joining us. It was nice meeting you. Lena, it was nice hearing you. And it was fun, man. It's fun for everybody listening, man. Make sure to look us up. All right. Anybody that wants to be part of this podcast, let us know. We're trying to get a list together, and this list is not that long, but hopefully it gets a little longer.
We're down.
But
We're,
yeah,
hoping.
guys, it's fun. It's always fun having you guys. Thanks, Chris. Thank you for hiring me again.
Lena, you got any final words?
No, I mean, other than just thank you, T, for being here, spending time with us. I was looking forward to it. I'm super down. But that's because I know a lot about you. You know what I mean? One of my best friends.
That was lit.
Yeah.
I just want to throw in that like on the Houston trip, before we were like maybe 5-10 minutes away from Derek's house. We had to stop because Chris was so drunk. He needed
Oh
to
yeah,
throw
I had
up.
to throw up. Yeah,
I just wanted to add that real
I
quick.
passed out in the back seat.
No.
He threw up all that bacon and eggs.
No. This
I didn't
it
throw up anything
wasn't.
but
You
beer
guys
at
don't
that point.
understand. Unfortunately, he did it more on himself than outside
Yeah,
the car.
It was rough.
And
It was
they're-
cool though.
you know when you're watching your friends and they're about to do something stupid, right? And you're like, no, like that's a bad idea. Like no.
But you say it softly so they won't hear, so they could actually do it.
No, like I was thinking in my head, like this is gonna be bad. You know, I know my dude, and he's no, I'm good, and then he just starts throwing up.
She just called you weak. Weak sauce.
No. We picked out so many 6-packs. It wasn't like 2-3 beers. Like it was a good like 2-3 30-packs.
And then I fell asleep in the back seat in the middle, like between
Of
everyone.
Ryan and Tony.
And then I woke up distraught somewhere in Houston, like, what the fuck? Where the fuck am I? And then the first thing that was like, well, whoever was driving terribly, Lena.
We just said Lena was D.
So like, I just woke up and I
I
was like,
fucking take offense.
I gotta throw up, and then I couldn't get out of the car fast enough. A little bit came out, and then we got out. I put up the rest, and that was it. You know what I mean? Thank you for that comment at the end there, Tanya. Beautiful stuff.
I just
Beautiful
wanted to
stuff.
end it with that, you know, because I think
Got to go out on a bang here.
Because we just want to let you know that Chris can also have a good
Going out on a bang.
yes.
Hold on the bang.
All right. We just want to reiterate the fact that Chris also has a good time, and we're not the only ones that act like children. Just want to throw that out there.
I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. But that's cool. Whatever.
All right, guys.
But-
So, breaking news. This is the end of the podcast. Lena, last thing to say. Hurry up.
Just thank you for sharing your time with us, and I love you.
Okay, guys. So this was the first episode where you can actually hear Lena. That was cool
And
because
learn a little bit about
she
me.
talked a lot more.
I want to keep it
aggressively
mysterious. I don't know if I could bring any
slash
more friends
louder
on.
than
You've
she has
exposed a
before.
lot about me now.
But yeah, guys. Let Misa wants to say one word, and then we'll send this one into the night.
I'm wearing a Star Trek T-shirt. I love it.
I was seriously
Shout
about
out
to
thrift
give you
store.
a shout out to that shirt. It's
Thank
dope.
you. Were you really? Or are you being
No,
sarcastic?
I'm serious. I've only seen like the movies. I've never seen the series.
Really? Okay, look.
But yeah. Anyways, this podcast's gonna end.
Okay, so before
Hate you.
hey, shout out that shirt, by the way, and then
Shout out thrift store downtown San
So-
Antonio Street.
All right, guys.
Really cool
So
people.
this was the end of this podcast, Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast featuring Lena, the producer, and our friend Tanya today. Thank you again for joining us. I really had a good time putting this together. You're welcome back anytime. Church, are you going to take your Theo home, bro? Because he's in the back again. There he goes, bro. What's he doing?
I left him here last time, so I don't think he's just leaving him there. All right, fuck it. I'll take him with me.
Okay. All right, guys. We are out.